What's up, Soul Family and everyone out there in the world? This is Nativity to Entity Tarot, and this is going to be a general reading for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Saturn for the first 15 degrees of the Sun transitioning the sign of Leo. Now, with that being said, Leo is fixed vital, being fixated on its own ways of seeing and feeling the emotions, and Leo was born out of the 5th house of expression and whatever you're creatively working on. Now, with that being said, Capricorn, you are in conjuncting this energy, so you're misunderstanding how to express and be passionate about the ways you initiate your practicality and ways of thinking. Now, if it's in your Sun, then this is going to be a misunderstanding for your actions. If it's in your Moon, this misunderstanding is going to be coming from others and who you attract, and their ways of initiating thinking and practicality, and them misunderstanding how to express and be passionate about the thinking and being practicality towards you. If it's in your rising, then there's going to be a spotlight on the 8th house, and if it's in your Saturn, then this is going to be a misunderstanding how to be expressive and passionate when it comes to how you correlate reality and gain security in your life. Now, with that being said, Capricorn is cardinal Earth, initiating and creating new ways of thinking and being practical. And Capricorn was born out of the 10th house of status, business, and whatever you're working on. Well, that's 6th house, but it's mainly status and business. Yeah. So, I'm going to shuffle the Universal Character Tarot deck a couple more times, pull 9 cards out of it, plus an overall, and then move on to clarifying with the Waite deck, and then pull 3 cards out of the Moonology Oracle deck to see what Mother Moon has to say to you through me during these times of the Sun transitioning the first 15 degrees of Leo. Now, keep in mind that these readings are general, so not everything that you're about to hear may resonate to your situation. If it doesn't, take what resonates and leave the rest. So, let's pour these 9 cards out and get to it. So, a lot of people are going through this energy of getting rid of the past and having to defend themselves from thinking negatively and feeling negatively, especially with all these planets in retrograde, and these planets being Neptune, Pluto, Saturn, and Jupiter. But, excuse me, the overall is the 9 of Swords. So the 9 of Swords is you having to defend yourself from negative thoughts. Do your best to not indulge in these negative thoughts, and instead create positive thoughts to counteract these negative thoughts. Alright, if it's with a business and you don't see it succeed, counter that with feeling like it is going to succeed, or thinking it is going to succeed regardless of what it is. And if it's meant to happen for you, it will happen regardless of what you may be thinking. Now, with the first card being the 9 of Wands, the 9 of Wands is pretty much the same theme as the 9 of Swords, but with visions. Right? Instead of with thoughts, it's with visions, so your thoughts and feelings transmuting into visions by agreeing with negative thoughts and feelings. Like I said, with the 9 of Swords, do your best to transmute these negative thoughts and feelings into positive thoughts and feelings. So you can transmute those positive thoughts and feelings into positive visions for yourself. Now, with the second card that you get is the Strength card. So this is Leo energy. So you could be dealing with a Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or you have Leo in your chart, and if so, these energies will be amplified during the first 15 degrees of the Sun being in Leo. But in any case, this is a card of having strength and being a warrior through all the hardships that you may be enduring, at this time. Now with the third card being the 7 of Swords, this is a card of deception, right? So I feel like you are dealing with self-deception at this time. And if so, do your best to, and the reason why I say self-deception is because you have both the 9 of Swords and the 9 of Wands here. So with that being said, and the Nine of Swords is your overall card, by the way, so it's the overall energy of this reading. So you are dealing with self-deception. So do your best to transmute this self-deception by creating higher perspectives and positive thoughts and feelings about the circumstances situation that you are currently in during the first 15 degrees of the Sun being in Leo. Now your next card is the Page of Pentacles. So this is you giving birth to a new idea, a new project, goal, business in the material world, and being very dedicated to this thing that you are doing. Now with the next card being the Hangman. The Hangman is a card of enlightenment or stagnancy. So you could be stagnant during this time, or have a feeling of being enlightened about something, maybe through this reading, or something during your personal life, or relationship life, or your business life, something is coming to the light. This is Pisces energy, so you could be dealing with the Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Jupiter, or you need to, not need to, but you may have Pisces in your chart, and if so, these energies would be amplified during this time. But yes, this is a card of stagnancy, so some of y'all might be stagnant, and that might be what this Nine of Swords and Nine of Wands energy is coming from, or this is being enlightened so you can get through these Nine of Swords and Nine of Wands energy through this enlightenment. Alright? Now with your next card being the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Cups is talking about you giving birth to new love and giving birth to new emotional connection towards a person, place, or thing, circumstance, or situation. Now with the Page of Swords, the Page of Swords is a card of adaptability. So you are adapting yourself to the situation that you're currently in, which is also dealing with strength and having strength to adapt. But through this adaptability, you may be having immature communication styles at this time. Do your best to work on that. Pay attention to what you are accepting as far as thoughts and feelings, and pay attention to what you're about to communicate before you communicate it. Now with the second to last card, you get the King of Wands. So this is you taking a leadership role over a vision that you've envisioned for yourself, and you also could be dealing with some impatience. If so, do not let that deter you from what you're going after and what you're desiring to do for your life, because if, like again, with the Seven of Swords and all this, what I said before, if it's meant to be, it will happen for you. Just take that leadership role and go with it. Now with the last card, but definitely not least, from the Universal Capricorn Tarot deck, is the Moon card. So this is Pisces energy. So you could be dealing with the Pisces. We have two Pisces energies here. So this is either you being mutably, dealing with mutable water, and having to mutably adapt yourself to your emotions and other people's emotions, or you're dealing with a Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Jupiter, or you may have Pisces in your chart, and if so, these energies will be amplified during this time, during the first 15 degrees of the Sun traveling Leo. Now, with that being said, this is a card of intuition, so follow your intuition and follow what your higher self is telling you at this time. This is also a card of embracing the unknown. So that might also be where this Nine of Swords energy is coming from, this Nine of Wands energy is coming from, as well as this Seven of Swords energy is coming from, because you just don't know. Like I said before, with the Seven of Swords and the King of Wands, if it's meant to happen, it will happen. And if it's meant to be, it's going to happen. Once again, I'm going to take a drink of water. And let's continue with clarifying these cards. So, for the overall is Nine of Swords being clarified by the Four of Pentacles. So that you may be holding on to something too tightly. Yes, everybody loves comfortability, but comfortability doesn't really get you anywhere, especially if you aren't anywhere at this time. Or if you are somewhere, comfortability is holding you back. So you need to let go of whatever it is that you are holding too tightly onto, so you can move forward into a better position for your future. I also feel like this is something that you've needed to let go for a while, and this isn't something that's just starting. This is something that you've been dealing with. Now with the Nine of Wands, you get the Ace of Swords, clarifying the Nine of Wands. So this is a birth of a new idea, or clarity, and this clarity is, or birth of a new idea is giving you negative visions about it, because maybe this idea, you don't have confidence in this idea that you've given birth to, or this clarity has gotten you a little shaken up by the clarity that you've gotten. Okay? Just do your best to create a higher perspective, positive thoughts and feelings, by understanding that you as a spirit are no thing, no shape, no form, only agreeing with thoughts and feelings of what's going on in your life and what you're influenced by. So create higher perspectives and positive thoughts and feelings based off of this new idea or this clarity. Now with the Strength card is clarified by the Seven of Wands. So with the Seven of Wands, this is talking about you feeling guarded, or you need to defend yourself. But I feel like you are guarding yourself and doing your best to stay strong through it all. Now with the Four of Pentacles and the Seven of Wands being here, you might be a little defensive at this time. And the Sword, let's drop the defense and think about it as an equal balance of your thoughts and feelings to get through this situation and navigate through the first 15 degrees of the Sun being Leo efficiently. Now with the Seven of Swords is clarified by the Six of Pentacles. So with the Six of Pentacles, this is talking about you being in a position of equal give and take, and you might be having some self-deception because you don't feel like you are giving equal give and take. With the Six of Pentacles being here, this is saying that you are. So you are preventing yourself from actually feeling like you are getting these equal give and take situations to occur. Keep in mind that Neptune is in Pisces retrograde, so you have opportunities with the Neptune in Pisces retrograde, so you could be illusions from the past into the present, which are not there, and you actually have equal give and take currently in your life. Now with the Page of Pentacles is clarified by the Queen of Cups. So the Queen of Cups is talking about you taking care of yourself, nurturing yourself, and nurturing what you do, as well as nurturing yourself to nurture others who deserve it, because the Queen of Cups isn't someone who does, and this isn't gender specific, this is energy, so anybody, male or female, can be the Queen of Cups, but this energy, she, as the Queen, as the feminine energy, isn't going to give a cup to anybody that doesn't deserve it. So, make sure that it is people that deserve it. And from the Six of Pentacles being here, I feel like these people do. So share your love with others and drop your guard down and nurture those who are nurturing you as well, even if it doesn't seem like they are. They really are. Now with the Hangman, you get the King of Wands clarifying the Hangman. So this is two King of Wands being here in the same spread. So this is really taking a leadership over a vision that you've envisioned for yourself. Keep going with this, and this might be the enlightenment that you have given, is that you need to continue to go on with this vision. Now the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Cups is clarified by the Ten of Swords. So in order to give this birth a new love, you're going to have to cut something off completely. You're going to have to end something indefinitely. Alright, this is a card of ending something completely. So whatever it is, and very might be what you're holding on to, as well as ending this guard position that you're in as well. And the Strength being here is wanting you to have strength to get through this guarded position in order to give birth to new love by ending what it is that no longer serves you for your highest good and the betterment of your own well-being. Now with the Page of Swords, the Page of Swords is clarified by the Seven of Cups. So with the Seven of Cups, these are choices, as well as dreaming and illusions as well. So you may be illusioned, like I said, you have opportunities with Neptune and Pisces retrograding, which is going back into past dreams and illusions. And you may be creating illusions from the past into the present moment. which is messing everything up and influencing you to have poor communication. Do your best to not bring past illusions from the past, hence past illusions, into the present. Okay? But if this is a card about choices, let's narrow these choices down to 2 or 3 main choices or decisions or million directions that you want to go, so you don't end up scattering yourself all over the place, and that you can be, or just keep in mind that Jack of Trades is master of none. So let's narrow these choices down to 2 or 3 if you're dealing with choices in general. Now with the King of Swords, you get the 5 of Swords clarifying the King of, not King of Swords, but King of Wands is clarified by the 5 of Swords. So this is some type of defeat. So you may be having to accept this defeat to go after this vision that you've envisioned for yourself, and I feel that strongly so. So accept the defeat, accept what it is that no longer serves you, and understand that it no longer serves you as a whole, so you can move forward towards what you want as this vision that you've envisioned for yourself. Now with the Moon card, it gets clarified by the Moon card. So you got a lot of Pisces energy. So it's very, very possible that you could be dealing with a Pisces Sun, Moon, Rising, or Jupiter, or you have Pisces in your chart. Once again, if you do, these energies are going to be very, very amplified during this time. But with the Moon card being clarified by the Moon card, this is really talking about you having to embrace the unknown, especially with these visions that you've envisioned for yourself. And this is also a part of intuition, and I feel like with the Moon cards as well as the Strength card, you are needing to follow your intuition to move forward with whatever you are wanting, desiring to do for your life. Now, let's move on to the Moonology Oracle cards to end the reading off. Alright, so with your first card from Mother Moon to you, to me, apologize, it's very mucky again, but like I said, your first card from Mother Moon to you, to me, is Fixed Moon. Hold your vision. So hold this vision that you've envisioned with yourself, hence the 2 King of Wands, and really hold this vision that you're doing. Don't let impatientness get in the way. I feel like that's strongly advised through Spirit and the universe. So hold your vision. The second card that you get from Mother Moon to you, to me, is Mutable Moon. Nothing is yet set in stone. So know that nothing is yet set in stone. Alright? And that you, these visions that you're envisioning for yourself that are negative, and these negative thoughts that you are, that the overall is talking about with the 9 of Swords, is nothing is yet set in stone. So don't trust or don't think that these visions and these thoughts that are negative are the indefinite future. Alright? Because nothing is yet set in stone. Now with last but not least card from Mother Moon to you through me is Waning Moon. What do you need to release? So what is it that you need to release during this time? Alright? What is it that you need to let go of? Because I see the 4 of Pentacles, I see the 7 of Wands, I also see the 5 of Swords, all cards about accepting defeat, as well as the 10 of Swords, well not all cards accepting defeat. 5 of Swords is about accepting defeat, and 10 of Swords is ending something completely so you can give forth to new love, and the 4 of Pentacles is you holding on to something that you need to release, as well as the 7 of Wands is holding on to thoughts and feelings that are negative towards others that are making you feel defensive. So what is it that you need to release? Really ponder on this and meditate to yourself about this to get through these first 15 degrees of the Sun being in Leo. Now, with that being said, I hope this helped. I hope this brought any clarity and aided you in any way. Shout out to the whole Soul family. If you're looking for crystals and gems, go check out Let's Crystal Goddess on IG. Shout out to Dolo the Pilot Man, Shauna Wise Astrology, Esoteric Cloud Soulful, Anita Flying High, Julie Starwalker, and everybody in the Soul family. Alright? Now, with that being said, once again, I hope this helped. I hope you have a good first 15 degrees of the Sun being in Leo. And with that being said, I'll catch you all next time.